Hey everybody, this is Dirk and I'm going to be sharing with you my solo gameplay on a Tower 3 defense. We pick up the action here. I've already gone through the first 14 waves and we're going to go ahead and start on wave 15. Just to tell you what I try to do here is the first thing I'd like to do is definitely try to keep my shots straight down this alley to get headshots. That's the biggest thing you want to do here. It's really not that hard to do. The gun that I'm using here is a Soma Prime. It's pretty strong. I've got a lot of elemental damage on there for the void, so I am getting some really good kills. The higher level enemies, it is taking more than one headshot to kill them, but the lower level crewmen are still going down easily with one headshot. Just to point out a couple things that I want to make sure I pay attention to in the lower right hand corner is my chilling globe, my bubble, my globe. It is currently at 62%. So that's how strong it is in taking damage, defending the cryopod and myself. So I also want to make sure that that's got a good number on it. If it gets to be about 50%, I usually will pop a new bubble. The second thing I definitely keep an eye on is my radar in the upper left-hand corner. I always want to see if there's enemies sneaking up behind me. When you're doing a solo, it's a little different than when you're playing with a group of people. When you've got a group of people, you tend to get more enemy attacking you from behind. When you play solo, you get a lot more enemy just coming straight ahead. So the mission ended. The first 5, I got an Orkin cell. The next 10, I got a fusion. And this wave, I got another 5 fusion cores. I'm not going to quit. I'm going to continue the battle, and the battle continues. Another thing that I also keep an eye on is my my ammunition. I don't know if you're aware, but the Soma uses a lot of ammo. So there are going to be times where I'm going to have to go ahead, and like I do right there, I go ahead and drop a ammo pad for myself. So again, my primary focus is straight ahead. Now what I try to do, the best course of action here, of course, is to get headshots. I don't care what enemy it is, you're going to give it a lot more damage if you're hitting him in the head. And what I try to do is once I find that nice sweet head spot level, I try not to move my gun sight up and down. I try to move my character from left to right as much as I can so that I stay within that headshot frame. That's the first time you saw me use my avalanche there. Those MOAs were getting a little closer. They were crowding me. So I decided to go ahead and cast my avalanche. What it does is it drops a bunch of frozen boulders on them, and it also freezes them from moving forward. So again, I'm just hitting heavy gunners, shooting straight down the lane, keeping it on my radar. I don't see anything behind me, so I'm going to concentrate in front of me. Now, if you notice there, that is a corrupted bombard. That is one of the main characters you must attack and kill as soon as they show up on the battlefield. No matter what, they can devastate you. He took some of my health. He went through my snow globe and was able to make me lose shield. So as soon as a heavy bombard shows up, he is your main focus of attack. Secondly, you want to go for those heavy gunners and the MOAs, and then in there somewhere is the ancients. You also want to start getting those ancients. But the bombard is the main person you want to kill as soon as he shows up on the battlefield. He can destroy you. So I got a couple guys there in the upper level there. These guys are attacking from the front again. Just to give myself a little breathing room, I decided to go ahead and cast my avalanche. Clean up what's coming at me straight ahead again. Again, I'm going for those headshots. And you will notice as time goes by, as they do get closer, as the waves go on, they're getting stronger and stronger. So I will start unloading full clips into them, whatever I need to do in order to stop them from advancing into the cryopod area. And the ancients, they can be really tough, but again, the enemies, you want to go for those headshots. You want to get those headshots. You definitely want to get those ospreys when they show up as well. Decided to use one of my new power here. It's not very strong yet. I'm still working on this. I haven't leveled it up quite a bit. It's still kind of weak. So again, I got a couple of them floating for my special power. I've got a heavy gunner, and I'm killing them. I'm loading clips now. I get knocked down. I decide to pop another bubble. I'm back to 100. You see there in the lower right-hand corner. Just killing the MOAs. Had bombard, and I noticed the bombard, he knocks me down with one of his shots, and now he's going to die. He has to die. If he doesn't die, I'm going to die. So I definitely have to kill him. Priority 1. I've taken care of everybody pretty much. I got a couple crewmen just left on the battlefield. I'm going to go ahead and scavenge. I still think, now here you go. Here's one of the little flying sensors. What they do is that, I don't know their exact name, sorry, but what they do is they float around and they provide shielding for the enemy. I don't know if you've ever been on a mission with the Corpus. They may pop one up there for you and you get their shielding. The electricity comes down to you and it helps you with your shielding. What you can do with those is that you don't have to kill those right away because they don't pose any threat to you. What they do is they're providing shielding. They don't have any offensive capability. And you'll see later on, what I'll do is if I ever get into a chance where possibly where my cryopod gets damaged, what I'll do is I will leave them alive at the very end of the round so that I can go around and pick up mods or let my cryopod heal. It's almost similar to, I don't know if you ever played Call of Duty, the zombie version, and what you would do is you would leave like a crawler, like a zombie with no legs crawling around the floor, and then you can go around, you could fix windows, you could pick up mods, you could do whatever you wanted to do, and then when everybody was ready, you would kill that crawler, and then the next wave would start. Well, that's the exact same thing that I do with one of those little floating robots that provide shields to the enemy. Nothing different here. Wave 18, I'm still just trying to get my headshots. There's a heavy bombard. I give him a few headshots, I take him out. And again, look at all that good damage I'm doing there to the head. And it's not that hard. They're pretty much in the same location every time. Now, if you notice there, that floaty, or the robot that provides the shielding, he's left back there. I didn't kill him. He's not damaging the cryopod. He's not doing anything. So now I can run around the battlefield. I can check things out. I can go back, open up the locker, find anything that I need to do before the next wave starts, because he doesn't do any damage. He's not offensive. He's a support robot. So when I'm ready, I shoot him, and my counter starts for wave 19. Is that 18? There we go, we're on wave 19. So again, straight down the pipe again. Just wanted to get those good headshots on those the bombards and the MOAs and the heavy gunners. All the other characters or enemy they're just really weak actually. But those are the ones you have to watch out. The heavy gunners, the bombards, and the MOAs. They're the ones that can really give you problems. There's one of those sentinels. I just let him go. I didn't even try to shoot him because I could save him for later if I need to run around the battlefield. Keeping an eye on my radar in my left-hand corner, I don't see too much going on behind me, so I'm going to keep concentrating in front of me. If you notice, here comes a nullifier. I don't know if we've seen one of those yet. It didn't show up until wave 19, it looks like. MOA's getting a little close, so I decided to cast my avalanche, and I decided to cast it again. And I'm going to start trying to unload into their head. Now I'm really unloading my clips now because they're getting really close. It's causing me damage. I dropped myself a health pad. My shields are regenerating. Now this Osprey or whatever it is right here, that thing did not want to die. It just wouldn't die. I kept shooting it and shooting it. It just wouldn't die. Eventually I do kill it here shortly. But yeah, here it comes. Yeah, it just wouldn't die. I was like, wow, this is like super robot. It won't die. Again, I'm getting my health from a pad that I dropped. And I'm going back to shooting straight ahead. Headshots, causing damage, and you can see the damage indicators, the slash damage that I'm doing to them. And one lone crewman back here, I should take him out. There's not much else going on. I'm going to go ahead and scavenge the rest of the battlefield to get whatever else I can. So that takes care of wave 19. I have one more guy that's back here somewhere. I'm not worried about him. I know he can't come. He can't hurt the cryopod. If he comes into my bubble, he's going to be frozen, and his shots at my bubble aren't doing anything to it. My bubble's at 85% or at 85 level. It's almost brand new. It starts at 100. It's only 15% down, so that's fine. Again, final wave. Again, I'm back to my position. Straight shot, getting ready for those good headshots, getting that good killing, good affinity. Last few start dropping. I don't remember if this is as chaotic as previous ones. But again, I'm starting to unload full clips now. I'm not even holding back. I'm not just pumping the trigger, putting in 1-2 shots to knock them down. I'm unloading full clips because they are very, very strong. Their armor is increased. I definitely want to get rid of that nullifier. Want to get rid of that bubble he's defending. They don't need a bubble to defend them. I pop a new bubble for my own defense. And again, headshots, take out the nullifier. Heavy gunner, let's get him. And let's start looking back down the alley. Let's see who we're going to get next. I know this was the guy behind me, so I just said he's not a threat to me right now. This is a bigger threat to me right now. This is what I need to address right now. I need to get rid of those heavy gunners. And it looks like that's a bombard right there, and I take him out. That's going to be it. There's only, I think, one guy left in the back there. And he's not going to rush me. He's shooting at my bubble. He's not going to do any damage. My bubble's at 72. I'm not worried about it. All I need to do is just kill him, and I think I decide to, as a final note, just to melee him, because I know he is the last guy, so I'm going to go ahead and melee kill him with my bow, which I'm actually leveling that weapon right now. And there you have it. That is my T3 defense solo. I get a Worm Prime Cerebrum as my reward for Wave 20. I've completed the mission. I got an Orkin cell, some Argon crystals, a bunch of fusion cores, a bunch of mods. Once I get back to my ship, I'll take a real quick look at my final stats. And so here are my final stats. Wave 20, credits, Worm, Orkin cell, Alloy plate, Rubdo, Argon, fusion core, mods. 100% damage dealt, 557 kills, 190 headshots, 8 melee kills, 20 upgrades received, fire accuracy 50%. Well, there you go. That is my solo Tower 3. Have a great day.